APJ. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, please.
APJ Abdul Kalam, born in the neighboring state of mine in Kerala, that is in Tamil Nadu, is a globally accepted and globally respected great scientist. He is the first scientist turned president ever. And he is the pride of India. And he is our 11th president. He started his career as a paper boy, paper distribution in cycles. That was career means he's living as a paper boy and reached as the president, the topmost level of the largest democracy, that is India, with the second largest population, today 140 crores. Often remembered as a missile man. Any problem over here? Can you see me?
Sir, now we are not able to see, but you were visible when you were speaking.
You can see me?
Yes, now we can see you, sir.
Yeah, it's okay now. There was some messages coming. Now, he's the person, before retiring, he was awarded with the Bharat Ratna. And I must encourage the young budding scientists of all over the world, including Maldives, to read his autobiography, Wings of Fire, a 180-page document, which you should definitely read. Now, what are the major achievements? I told he's the first scientist turned president. For India, he's the man responsible for India's first satellite launch vehicle. He is the person responsible for making India to a nuclear power. He is the person responsible for creating indigenous missiles like Agni and Prithvi for enabling protection to the nation. He is the person responsible for developing cost-effective stent, S-T-E-N-T, stent, that is essential for heart surgery. And he is also instrumental for developing a KALAM Raju tablet, a tablet for enabling better health care. Now, while reading his autobiography, I would also remind you a few of his very important quotes that he has tailored particularly for the students. He was fond of taking classes to students, motivating students all the time. Whenever he finds time, he goes to schools and colleges to talk to children. And he is always known as a dreamer. He said, dream, dream, and dream. Never leave the dream. The dream should not allow you to sleep. So he was talking to wherever he goes, he said, don't fail to dream. Another 2-3 important quotes from him, I must, remind or inform the young kids over there. He says, if you want to shine like a sun, be ready to burn like a sun. He also reminds us, for all of us, there is no equal talents. Talents are not equal, but he reminds us, opportunities are equal. Everybody is having equal opportunity. Make use of the opportunity and nurture your talents. He again says, I am not handsome. You might have seen his picture. It raised forehead, projected nose, a highly intellectual appearance. That is Kalam. He says, I am not handsome, but I can give my hand to someone. That is reminding you to extend help. You also remind children when you fail, FAIL, he says, you just expand it in the form of it's a first attempt in learning. Now, if you look at his biodata, his way of life as an ordinary man, then a great scientist, then the great president, you'll be seeing the following traits in that person. I remember APJ as a man of great simplicity. He's a truth-centric person, a person of great devotion, a person of character, a great man of immense creativity, a great thinker, a great philosopher and guide. Remember, he was a bachelor all the time. Whole life, he was a bachelor. He loves children. He loves teaching. And he loves research. He always reminds others that thinking becomes your capital assets. That means he is reminding you to be a thinker. And again, he says this particular trait, what is called thinking, is given only to the human being. You remember that trait, that ability of thinking is there only with human beings. And you should be able to think and think. What for? Now, today in this digital world, memory is not an issue. Your iPhone or your tablet will give you any information available in this universe, anytime, on fingertip. The Siri or the Google search will give you any amount of information or even data of various kinds. The ability of the children or the leaders of the 21st century lies on their ability to gather the data, analyze the data, draw conclusions, and finally use that conclusions in the form of an information that is useful to the society. That is what is called, in simple terms, research. You are systematically adopting a process, what is called research, by first starting by observation, then, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, sir, you are visible.
Visible, I'm getting some problem. Let me reach out. Yes, I think it's okay. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, for young researchers, what I would like to tell you is gathering of the data, important. Memorizing data is not important. Today, the teaching and training strategy is mainly oriented in terms of encouraging students to go for, to have abilities for thinking, particularly critical thinking, and also promoting their creativity. How to do that? Promote your thinking. If you want to do that, I'm telling to these small boys and girls, if you want to do that, as I always say, you understand yourself first, your strength and weakness first, then identify your sensory organs, all the 5 sensory organs, identify their potential and utilize their potential. Say, for example, when you use your eyes, not simply use it for seeing something, but for looking around, observing things, understanding things, starting your questions as to why is it like this, when, where, how, what, like that. You start questioning everything that is coming across you and analyze yourself using your analytical ability. Then develop your own questions, go on and finding out the answers. Ultimately, you will be, in that process, in fact, you are unconsciously, you are doing research. So questioning, observing, questioning, identifying solutions over a period of time, that is the research. Research, the word itself says, you search for something unknown. Unknown, that is there. The COVID, COVID pandemic, COVID virus was there, but we were not able to see it, search it out. Similarly, you identify something or search out something, what is there as unknown. With your effort, it will be becoming known. There are definite sequence for this process, formal research and informal research, which I am not going to talk much. But for researchers, I will tell you, if you want to be a good researcher, I was explaining to you regarding the traits and the characters of Dr. APJ. Read them, understand his traits. Those are the traits of a researcher. I mentioned about one sensory organ, eye. Utilize your other sensory organs, your nose, your skin, your tongue, everything. You use it for drawing data, not for simply not seeing but looking, not smelling but feeling, like that, not hearing but listening, not getting the feel of touch but getting the feel of it, like that. You just open up your sensory organs for learning, then questioning. Go on doing that. Now, then you will become a thinker, a critical thinker, and a person with analytical mind. Analysis is very important. And problem solving is the key of research. What is this problem solving? Now you can see, I remember the other day, one of the startup leader, a person of in the 20s, he was telling me his experience of a problem solving, which I will share you quickly. He said while he was in the college, he fell in love with a girl. He fell in love with a girl. He doesn't want to tell her directly that I love you, right? Then, but he wants to know whether this girl loves me or not. So he wants to know that. That is his problem. He wants to get this problem solved, whether this particular girl is liking him or loving him. That was his problem. He was an electronics man. He was a computer specialist. He started working on this problem. How to do that? How to reach out this girl electronically, not by physical means, and without knowing that you are the person who want to know that he loves her and vice versa. He developed an app, an electronic app. It's an app that will facilitate persons to mutually like. So if I like a girl, okay, one-sided, if that girl also likes the other side, then there will be a mutual click. You understand? I think you are understanding what I am telling. There will be a mutual click. Once that mutual click comes, you will get the message that yes, these two people are liking. So this boy researched for 3 years and developed that app, perfected that app, and then that app was purchased by a big company by paying several crores of rupees. So he developed an app. That's a problem solving. So in nature, in say Maldives is having a problem of sea rise. Suppose you want to know how fast the sea is rising. You have to think of some technology. You should be reading, you should be understanding, you should know the physics, you should know the climate change, learn, you should collaborate with some physicists or some climatologists, you know the physics of, ice melting and the rate of release of water from mountains to the seas. Then you can develop a measuring technique as to what is the rate of sea level change. Some people are working for, a fisherman wants to know at which direction from my location the fish catch is more. People started using the drone technology for sensing the fish population in different parts. So what I am trying to tell you is that first you identify the problem, start collecting literature, start understanding the problem, develop technical competence to address the problem, try to collaborate with the technical people of similar or related areas, then start working. As Kalam said, if you are failing first, you take it as it is a first attempt in learning, go on failing, tomorrow or day after, you will definitely be successful. For a researcher, what is important, I tell you, first, interest is important. A student looking for an MBBS or a doctor or an engineer may not look for this. Different field of science are there. Your interest may be electronics or biology or physics or chemistry or engineering. So choose the right area of interest. Be a person with characters similar to APJ. It cannot be similar, it can only be similar, not exactly equal, but try to develop traits of perseverance, hard work, devotion, reading, critical thinking, analysis, ability to gather data, ability to analyze data, ability to draw conclusions, and finally, your output will be in the form of innovation, an idea translated to a process or a product which will definitely fetch or bring or improve the quality of human being around. So I will briefly explain to you about the life of APJ, Pakir Jainuddin Abdul Kalam. Very often somebody called me, I remember in some places, people wrongly call me Abdul Kalam. I'd be so happy when somebody wrongly called me Abdul Kalam. I'm Abdul Kalam. So that is the level of pride we all maintain about Abdul Kalam. Remember, in India, Abdul Kalam is respected by everybody, not only in India. You go to any part of the world, 193 nations, 800 crores of people, wherever you go, the name of Abdul Kalam is very well accepted and respected, and students, almost every student read his biography as a source of inspiration. So on this day of his birth, 15/10/1931, that was his birth date, and he expired on 15th of July 2000, 27th July 2015. That was his date of death. So that is Abdul Kalam. So I must thank you for forming a club in his name, and I must encourage students to read his autobiography, Wings of Fire. I must also encourage the students to read his quotes of Abdul Salam. It is Abdul Kalam. It is very much available in the internet, and inspire yourself. I am sure you will definitely be a world-class scientist. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Halima, for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. A big round of applause for Dr. Abdul Salam Sahab, who has explained in detail about Maldives, about research and innovation, about APJ Abdul Kalam's life history, and about his passion for research and innovation. So thank you very much, sir. And it was
Thank you,
really...
Dr. Halima. Let me leave. I'll be leaving. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. We all love you. And
Thank you.
you have spared your valuable time. Please show your love by sending hearts to sir, all of
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Next, I would like to invite Namra Tyagi. Namra, please go ahead and present your research.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Namra Tyagi, from class 7th of Godfrey School. Today, my topic of research is Can peer pressure be a positive thing? And I have prepared a PPT on this topic. So, peer pressure. Peer pressure can make you practice that you never won and perform that you have never lost. That is nevertheless. All of us have experienced peer pressure once in a lifetime. I believe that peer pressure is when one's peers influence them to do something. PPT को पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है.
Namra, your name is coming.
Now is
Oh, okay, it's okay.
now is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, ma'am. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
It's okay.
Peer pressure can make you practice that you never won and perform that you never lost. All of us have experienced peer pressure at least once. But what is peer pressure? What is peer pressure? I believe